with Los Mariachis.
Brothers Juli and Ro Montaña.
Yeah. Los Hermanos Montaña looking for what's got to be considered an upset here in their very first matchup, very first round of this tag title tournament. They've been wrestling a couple of years. Their training goes back to names like Sin Bodhi, to Chris Bay, and certainly we like to shout out Chris Bay and wish him all the best in his recovery. These are very, very wise men. These are very talented men that have passed their knowledge on a couple of men who grew up studying how to play mariachi as a way to stay disciplined, to stay out of trouble, to set some goals for themselves. And it's still how they accomplish their goals to this day, because they are now aiming to be tag team champions. We'll see if that chemistry can get them there.
And their opponents, weighing 375 pounds, from Psychopathic Records, Mariachi Montaña and JP Grayson. They are the Backseat Boys.
You can sense the frustration on Tommy and JP in those comments we heard a moment ago. They took so much pride in being two-time JCW Tag Team Champions. They say they're the hardest working tag team in this company today. It's hard to argue. The press tours, the media, the music tours, everything they do to build the Backseat brand within JCW. They had the gold to prove that success. But after the Colby Carino, Shane Mercer tag team fell apart earlier tonight, now everything is in a state of flux.
The Backseats are right. They give their all to JCW. They've gone on the road. They've defended JCW gold in promotions all over the country, but they seem a little bit too preoccupied with the Brothers of Construction. The Backseats don't want to overlook the Brothers Montaña.
Oh, that's true. But to be fair, I mean, Zach, if you were a Backseat boy, wouldn't you want to keep your eye on the Brothers of Construction? Once upon a time, they were the most dominant tag team champions in our history, and they are dead set on becoming champions again. They came damn close twice already.
First of all, if I was a Backseat boy, I wouldn't be hanging out with you two jabronis back here.
Oh.
But you got to remember, what did they say? They're the best brother tag team in JCW. That means the Brothers of Construction. That means the Mariachis here in this tag team title tournament. And I think the Backseat Boys have a bit of a problem with another group of brothers coming here trying to get these tag team titles.
I knew Zach was going to get aggressive when you talked to him while JP was dancing.
I don't blame him. Not to mention, when you think mariachis and you think lucha, you don't think the biggest guys in the world. These mariachis, the big motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're over 500, close to 550 pounds combined.
These are big fucking boys.
No doubt about that. And my question is, are they going to move like luchadors? Are they going to hit like luchadors? Do they have the flight skills as luchadors? Time will tell, but right now, this is Juli.
Yes, this is Juli starting out in the ring. He's only 22 years old. His brother on the outside, 5 years older, but they started wrestling training on the same day. They've been through this whole journey together as brothers, much like the brothers Grayson on the other side of the ring. JP starting out for his tandem.
Zach, look at those pecs bounce.
Oh, I have been.
Just making sure. I want to make sure you get your money's worth, my friend. JP underneath Juli, and certainly some mind games, some gamesmanship there. Both guys trying to show each other up in terms of physique, in terms of dance, in terms of anything you want to think of. And keep in mind, this is a single elimination tournament. Only one team can advance. There are 6 total in the field. And there's no room for error. Sudden death. You mess up tonight, you're done.
JP took the big man over with ease for that arm drag, now locked in the arm bar.
Both teams could claim a hometown advantage with the Backseat Boys being stalwarts of JCW and the Mariachis being here from Vegas.
No doubt. There you see tagged Tommy Grayson, and Certainly the backseats have the advantage when it comes to the JCW environment. Let's be honest, guys, there's nowhere and nothing else quite like Juggalo Championship Wrestling. And the backseats have navigated those rough waters very, very well. And the frequent tags, the double teams, keeping the Mariachis guessing, keeping them on their toes, a backseat staple. Oh, backseat elbow. Could this be all?
Pin attempt. Oh, that backfired there for the Mariachis.
Look at the big brain on Tommy Grayson.
And this goes to show you, even though you're brothers, even though you've been doing this since day one, you may have a miscue. Mariachi showing their size, showing that rhythm that courses through their veins.
Both sets of brothers showing they can cut a rug.
Mariachis have always felt that rhythm through them, and they've used that as motivation. It's kept them grounded, kept them with their eye on the prize. But the Graysons, the backseats, fire through with a double drop kick.
Beautiful shotgun drop kicks there, and now Tommy setting up his man. Big line in the corner on Hooley.
Smart move by Tommy to keep his body moving. That's going to hurt more when an object's in motion. And that started like a famouser, but almost used all of his body weight, did Tommy. And again, Rowe had to interrupt at the last second.
Well, yeah, there's a real size disadvantage here for the Graysons. Look at how easily Tommy thrown outside of the ring by the much larger Rowe Montaña.
Oh, and there were multiple sounds for that. There was the sound of Tommy's shoulder hitting the post, him rolling out, and the slapped thud of his body hitting the concrete.
Nothing there that feels good, just one after another. And Tommy Grayson neutralized in the corner of the Mariachis. And imagine having this much mass around you, trying to hurt you. Oh.
And this tag team offense that the Mariachis call the Younger Crusher.
Into the cover, 2 count only. They're playing the maracas on Tommy Grayson's nether regions here with the impact on the tailbone.
What athleticism by the Mariachis. You know, guys, if I had a Mariachis, it would probably be Brie or Camembert.
Mariachis have won competitions for their music all over the country, Vegas, Texas, California. National competitors, but want to achieve just the same, if not more, success in professional wrestling in JCW. And it's been a long time since I've seen Tommy Grayson manhandled in quite this way by 2 challengers at the same time.
Big splash in the corner after giving Tommy a tour of all of the turnbuckles here. And I really wonder if the Graysons have overlooked the team in front of them because of a preoccupation with the Brothers of Construction.
You may have a point there, and it's up to them as aspiring champions to not do that, because you can't get to the Brothers of Construction until you get past level 1. Mariachis could play spoiler here as Rowe nearly shoulder blocks through Tommy Grayson.
We haven't heard from the Brothers of Construction yet since this development came about with the championships being vacated. We saw that the Brothers of Construction were stalking the Graysons, wanting their tag team championships not too long ago. I'm interested to hear from where the Brothers of Construction are at on this.
You gotta believe Violent J will be including them in this field of 6. But Tommy Grayson making sure he and his brother are still included. The overhead blockbuster, but is Tommy taking too much out of himself?
Double blockbuster taking both of his opponents down. Tommy needs to make it over to JP.
JP trying to get the crowd behind him.
And trying to get the attention of his brother. Get him psyched, get him energized. Here we go, JP's a legal man. But it's JP against the world. He's going to have to fend off both brothers. Nice back elbow.
Definitely from a position of leverage there, and that beautiful drop kick.
JP coming from at all angles.
JP is feeling it, easily the freshest man in this matchup, and making the most of it. The overhead neck breaker. Could this be all? Leg is hooked. Mariachis have each other's back once again. Does JP have a path to victory when the numbers are this way?
Really made the save, and yeah, we've got two mariachis in the ring and only one backseat.
Look at Tamikaze. Couldn't finish. Too much power on the part of the Mariachis, and JP is deep, deep in enemy territory.
Uh-oh.
And this is the Montaña Lynch, but no! No water in the pool. Tag to Tommy.
If they had hit that, it would have been over. The double thrust kick. Oh, can they get the big man up? Can they get the big man up? T gimmick on 275 pounds. BSB move on. Well, step one is complete. The backseat boys still have a ways to go until they are hopefully three-time champions. And Tommy and JP